sometimes we teach you so many different ways because it kind of rather depends on your size, your ability, your flexibility, and the person on the couch. Whole different ball game. If somebody's got a shoulder that won't move, yeah, then you might not be comfortable. Just bend nicely. Bend your knees up. Yeah, maybe not. Bring your shoulder just underneath that. So you roll down. Okay, so imagine he had a bad shoulder. It's not going to move much, okay? So then you just do the small rotational movements. You're just going to keep that going and go with what's possible rather than where you think they should go. Remember the problem you had, Anne, and it's just not going. The body's not going to move that way. So you have to go with where it will work. As it happens, his shoulder moves quite well, doesn't it? Let's get that cushion up there. It's the other one, was it? Damn.
It's the other shoulder, yeah.
Okay. So I can still mobilise his shoulder very well. No problem at all with that. I can still use that technique. I'm going to roll him forward a little bit so I can stretch a bit more. I can still work into the neck area here. I can do all that. Am I going to be able to move him around as much? Actually, probably yes, but in a different way. Okay, in a slightly different way. He doesn't move as much. It's not quite the same, but I have to move myself more. So now remember that technique I said to you where you use your elbow into your hip and then you move with your whole body, because I need that now. I can't just move him with my knuckles. It's not going to work. So I need to move him in a different way. Yeah? Am I still going to be able to do this kind of, yeah, I can. Easy. And up a bit. I'm feeling for what's easy. Am I going to be able to move his arm? Yes, but it's a bit heavier for me. That's all. Can I still do that? Yes, look at that beautiful movement. What else can I do? Can I move him this way? Yes. Yes, he's a much bigger guy, but can I move him? Yes, I can. I'm just finding ways. There's a way for him to move. Nice, huh? Can I still do that stretch? Boy, can I do that stretch. If I move my arms, can I move him a bit more? Yes, I can move him a bit more. Different. Am I getting worn out? A bit, yeah. Yeah, because it's more physical. Of course it's more physical. But here, look. Look at how well he moves there. Got it? Why do you think we want you to work on as many different body types as you can? With as many different problems as you can.
Exposure.
Yeah. Cool, got that? I'm now working into the QL for him. I'm using reinforced thumb, just working into that area. He's got a lovely tight bit there. How's that feeling?
Sore.
You're on a trigger point there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there.
Well,
I'm sorry you can't see that very well, but I could feel that. I know it's sore. Good.
Just apparatus online here, it was saying that we can touch the last rib, the floating ribs.
I mentioned that earlier, but you may not have all heard it. Right at the base of the ribs, you've got two floating ribs. And you need to be quite careful of the end of the floating ribs because they're tender, okay? They are tender, so you just they're tender and they're a bit more delicate, so you want to be careful. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. You want to be careful. I think did I say that to your books? Yeah. It's all right. So with him, back where you were. I'll do it slower. With him, because of how he is, how's his? You alright?
In your face.
And breathe. Out of 10? Out of 10?
10. Serious.
Is there
That's
like
better.
is there like an actual massage technique? Because I looked on YouTube,
Yeah.
but there was a technique where the whole massage was based on trigger pointing. So they press the technique and it will hurt, but then they relax after a certain count,
Yes.
and then go back in again. That's less pain.
Yes.
And that was basically the whole massage. There
Yeah.
was no manipulation of anything.
No, so some people will just work with trigger points. Absolutely. Some people will just work with trigger points. I'm not sure why they would want to go back in.
Yeah, well,
Just to check the
it's
sensitivity.
like some technique, yeah. So basically, he was saying like if you put the pressure first, then obviously the pain.
Yeah.
Then you leave it for a while and then go back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
so that's
still
probably
going
just testing the sensitivity after the work. So, sorry I didn't check that one for you. I didn't realise you'd reacted quite so much. You know when somebody jumps, right, that you've got something really sore.
Something good.
Yeah. Okay? Does that help? So we're going to do